boy oh boy am I glad that the main protagonist of this show did not steal the shine away from Benio, because I gotta say that was one thing I was extremely worried coming into this with this Twin Stars Exorcist episode. Can we just say, like, the first thing, like, when we saw that character, like, Mayura, when we saw that picture frame come up, and you see her as, like, together with Rokuro, smiling graduations, tell me I wasn't the only one that went ding 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 ding. Like, I was like, okay, there we go, right, alright, we had a couple words already discussed, yep, in love, childhood friend, best friend, you know, we everything was going right there. I was like, right, let's see how many of these we get, like that. Was like, and the answer was all of them, like that. Now, actually, there's a lot of things I've got to say about Mayura, with Benio, with, right, like, especially with, like, this entire episode, where I thought it was going, where a lot of the parts of it was hinting to, and I'm glad that most of them, it was like, no, we're doing it completely different. I gotta say, I really like that. So, find that, you know, like I kind of like that they already Benio, like, say, like, yeah, you're going to be a transfer student, you're going to be over here. I'm glad that let Rokuro know, saying, like, what? She's coming to our school? Like, I mean, the only part of this, like, oh, God, she's in my fucking class. Oh, gee, like, it's like, I'm good you be in someone else's class. It's like, and you can already tell they still have a few little issues. And here's the part of it where they were like, yeah, like, my friends are going to be fighting all the monsters for me, and even Benio's going to go out there and help them. But it's like, even still, I felt like it was a little bit shitty. It's like, yeah, they're fighting an extremely strong one right now. Like, you know, the Exorcists are having a hard time out there. Rokuro, like, you're not going to come, even though you're not, like, want to help us. And it's like, it was very weird throughout the entire, because it was like, I was like, that's really kind of the dick move, Rokuro. And even as well, she said this clearly earlier in the episode as well, like during the start, when it was like, look, I ain't got time to play house, alright? Like, I ain't here for this bullshit, Rokuro, like that. I ain't got none of that shit here. I'm an exorcist. I came here to be an exorcist. I didn't come here to be like, oh, like all lovey-dovey with like this bullshit. No, I'm a fucking exorcist. This is what I do. But no, trying to give me this shit. And instead, like, after leaving, he was like, oh, I guess I'm gonna leave. And it's like, he's like, freaking Benio, like that. It's like, and then Mayura is like, oh, you know what? We're gonna cheer you up, right? How about we go to the roller coaster. We'll have a nice time, enjoy themselves, and definitely with like a bunch of hinting, like, although there wasn't too much to go on at some parts of this, I've got to say, like, the bits I was showing, like, there was some definitely, like, shit that happened recently, and, like, can I also say as well that Mayura, like, I'm so glad she knows the entire thing about the Exorcist thing, like, I'm so, like, I don't want to be shocked out, it's like, oh, you're an Exorcist? Like, I'm so, like, because she's actually, I believe she's the granddaughter of the old man that actually takes care of, like, Rokuro. I believe that's the case for it. I was like, okay, I'm kind of glad about it, because this is the first time, like, since, like, you know, the first two episodes, after, like, because for the first episode and the second episode, I read the two chapters that was going off, and this is the first time I've actually done it, and I can definitely see with this one, this was probably, like, a chapter, maybe a chapter and a half I could see for this. I was like, I am so glad that, like, you know, it doesn't feel like, even from, like, I can tell even watching the anime, it's like seeing so many animes after this time, I can feel it doesn't feel rushed. Especially with that, like, a little anime character, like, anime-only character, that little fox guy. He doesn't seem like, he's not in too many scenes where I'm like, okay, one, he's annoying, and two, I feel like something's being skimmed out before this guy. I feel like he's mainly adding some stuff in, but it's not like, oh, he's there for a complete full minute. He'll be like for a couple of seconds saying, yeah, respect Benio and stuff. And I just love that. It's like, she was there taking some fucking names during, like, when she was into, like, with the Exorcist, she was helping out, she was slaying some fucking monsters, and I keep saying it all the time, I love the stuff that they do. It's like when they do the special techniques, especially with Benio, where they say, oh, moonlit slash, or like enlightenment dance or something like that. Like, I really like when they do that, because then it puts out the entire, like, kanji, katakana, like, hiragana, puts it all out there. You have them, like, have the face come out, go scream out, go, what? Like, I love that, because it feels so gamey. It feels so like it belongs in a game. It's the only time I could really picture like something like that. Like, last time I played a game that did that was like Persona 4, when you do like an all-out attack and everyone's like faces go out and they say, yeah, get him. Like, I think it's a very nice little thing, and it actually adds to it a little bit. I kind of like it, because you don't see much shows like do that, and like I gotta say, like I was liking that, because I was expecting, oh, like Benio's gonna get a little bit in trouble because this is the strong one, gonna have Rokuro come out, and it's like, it was interesting because the monster attacked the roller coaster from that side of the dimension, and it fucked up the roller coaster, everyone thinking it was an earthquake, and Roku sees that this is, you know, this is all shaken up, this is getting fucked up. I'm gonna go up on that roller coaster, I'm gonna save the kids, I'm not going to use my powers or anything like that. I'm just going to use myself. So I definitely did like that. Like, you can, like, and it's also kind of showing as well as, like, you know, definitely, like, Benio is definitely on one side of the situation, and also Roku is more on the human side. I just want to live my life out. I want to be a normal kid. Leave me the fuck alone. So it's, like, definitely already, it was showing, like, hintings that already, just even with them being in different dimensions, that whole situation, it was like, yeah, I like that, and it's like, Benio, she took care of it herself, definitely show how strong she is, because she's, like, able to do so many enchantments at once, and they're, like, the guys that, like, you know, like, from what we know, like, Rokuro's, like, friends, it's, like, they were, like, the leader of them, and can, like, only do 2 of them, and I'm, like, wow, like, and she does, like, has, like, 8 on her, like, all time, she has, like, the 2 blades, the mask, the arms, the leg, I'm, like, that's a lot of stuff, like, she's, like, enhancing, like, everything around it, I'm, like, that's goddamn impressive. And then, like, seeing at the end of the episode, we got to see, like, Aima, like, he was there with a bunch of, like, it was, like, the 12 cat. I'm sorry that those were, like, Soul Society Bleach captains, like, there. It's like, why is it 12 all the time? like 12 or 13, like captains going around there. And I'm like, god damn it. It's like, I know there was, like, specifically, like, 12 of them, including Aima as well. I'm like, what is with this, like, 12, 13 people that have to be, like, the elites or something like that? It must be, like, something in, like, Japan's, like, culture or something like that, because I keep seeing that, like, you have to have 12 or 13, like, Kingdom Hearts Organization 13, gotta have, like, it's weird, like, it's definitely something, I know it is, but it's like, I can't put it onto my head right now. I did like this, like, you know, especially with the whole, like, even though with the Mayura thing, we know, like, you know, like, especially she's in love with the main guy, and it's like, the whole reason of that was like, oh, because, like, I'm not, like, Rokuro, they, like, Fred said, like, you hit on other girls, why not her? And it's like, oh, I see her as a sister, you know, as a, you know, like, you know, I see her as a cousin and stuff, and I'm like, oh, you motherfucker. It's like, the legit girl that likes you is there gagging for it. Like, literal wants it, and it's like, no. Childhood friend. Alright. It's like, it's always, like, a roadblock, I feel. Like, always a roadblock. It's just like, hey, I want there just to be one time. It's like, I tried once, and she's just flat out said no. Like, like, when are we ever going to get that? I was like, it would change over time, but it definitely seems like, I don't know about the manga or anything like that. I haven't checked that, but it's like, maybe it's probably going to be hinting that obviously that these two are going to get together with, like, Benio and stuff like that, and she's just going to have to accept that. But it's just, I'm so glad that she knows about the whole Exorcist thing. It seems like she doesn't know anything, or like she can use anything, because it seems like from what they're saying is that she just knows about it, but doesn't seem like she can use any of it. So I don't know, maybe she might be one of those characters to teach on. Like, from what I've, like, seen it in, like, visuals or anything like that, or like anything that's shown on the anime promos, it doesn't show her being a fighter. So I don't know, maybe that might be something later on in the manga that they explore or anything like that. But we'll have to wait and see. But I like this episode. I thought they were going to do so many tropes in this one. I'm kind of glad. I'm just kind of curious, though, like, how long is it going to be until, like, Rokuro finally accepts that, you know, he needs to be an exorcist, he needs to get care of this. I imagine I could see this, like, being, like, you know, a big thing until, like, maybe episode, like, 6 or something like that, and then maybe that's when we're going to start leading up to, like, an antagonist of this, like, anime. So I'm kind of curious to see what they're going to be doing with it. I did enjoy this one a lot. I think this was actually good so far. There hasn't been any stinker episodes so far, which I'm really liking so far. It's like, there's no stinker episodes. Like, I think this one is as good as episode 1 and episode 2. I think this one is definitely, so I definitely give this one an A. I think this was a great episode. I had, like, when they were on the, like, roller coaster, and when they were, like, going down and all that, like, I was having a couple laughs with that, because it's like, yo, Roko, I understand exactly how you feel. I'm terrible with heights. Like, I'm not good with them. I'm slightly okay on roller coasters, but it's like, don't be getting loop-to-loops and all that. I'll be shitting myself. So overall, I really am enjoying Twin Star Exorcist so far. I'm gonna wait for the anime to end, and then I'm probably gonna check out the manga. That's definitely something I want to do. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below, what you think about this Twin Star Exorcist episode. But that is all from me. So if you like Twin Star Exorcist as much as I do at the moment, then you hit that like and that subscribe. But that's all from me. So I'll see you guys next time.